We're here now at Brandon Theaters watching The Fate of the Furious. So now we get to number 8. We all know how they did 7 with the nice send-off and everything, so you're like, what are they going to do for this one? I was one of those people that's like, what can you really do now? Like, you've kind of done it all. Nope. The writers of this series, they know how to take the same thing and just turn it all around on itself and give you something new. Based on the previews, you've all seen it. Dominic, he's bad. Mr. Toretto, he's not a good guy anymore. He's gone bad, but there's reasons why, which I cannot disclose. But there you go. We've done something new that you haven't seen coming. Now we see all the different things. The Shaw guy, he's in it. He was a bad guy in the 7th one. Now all of a sudden, he's working with the good guys. Rock is the Rock, and all the other characters are so on and so forth. Charlize Theron, dude, nailed evil for like a franchise. Like, we've seen the bad guys in the other ones. They've done their little, this and that and kind of blow up this, but this chick, dude, there's a scene in the movie, got me right here, I'm not gonna lie, which shows you that the writers know what they're doing with this franchise. They can take the same stuff and give it to you new. So I hated Charlize Theron's character. I hated Cypher. Oh my god. Every time she's on screen, I'm like, something bad needs to happen to her, like, immediately.
I'm gonna start this by saying I'm a huge Vin Diesel fanboy. If you watch the Triple X review for the new Triple X movie, you already know that. That aside, this takes the place as my new favorite Fast and the Furious movie. It has everything. It has cameos, action, just they raised the bar again. The villain is good, believable. We all know, watching the trailer, there's a reason why he turns. It's worth the watch.
Now, I'm not a fan of the franchise, so, you might not care what I have to say about this movie if you're a huge fan. That's okay. I went into it with only having seen the first one, and what I got was absurd action adrenaline. Where I think it succeeded the best is it really plays to the strengths of Vin Diesel as the brooding, macho, bad boy character, conflicted, but he's got a heart of gold. And then we have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who is really great at comedy, has sort of a jokey, strongman, macho type. Put the two of these together and it's a really great combination. There are a ton of supporting characters. Every 10 minutes, I think they added another character in the film. That was actually okay. They all are really entertaining. They all got their chance to shine. They're all very humorous, had some fun, but also had some time for some serious plots as well.
Movie has action out the ass, dude. There was a couple parts of the movie where me and Mike, I don't know if the other audience people were doing it, but we were like little kids watching Saturday morning cartoons when certain stuff was happening, because it was just like, we've never seen that. Never. At all. And so when they do it, you're kind of like, nice. I like what they're doing. I cheered a couple of times. I even threw my arm up, and I get that, no, put your hand down. Put your hand down. Couldn't help it. I had to. I even found myself clapping several times. Like I said before, the writers know what they're doing. This is one of those franchises, when it first came out, it's like, oh yeah, it'll probably be like a 1, 2, 3, and that'll be it. And then they kept going, and I was kind of like, whatever. Fast 5 is my favorite one. I love that one. But now I think this one is going to be my next one to it of being favorite, because everything about this movie I love. You would say, oh, the jokes were lame. Don't care. They were funny. I laughed. It was your typical bickering married couple style. Perfect. I figured everything out but one little thing, but it still did not stop me from enjoying the movie. From start to finish, I was thoroughly engaged in everything I was watching, every single tiny thing.
The action is turned up to like 15. They didn't even bother with 11. They turned it up to 15. It's way over the top. And in typical, Fast and the Furious franchise fashion, none of it could happen in real life. But that's okay, because it's just pure fun. Everything about it is fun.
The story works. There are genuine reasons why these characters do the things that they do. There are even some surprises that pays off well in the end. It's not necessarily the most original storyline that you could ever have. There's a lot of James Bond mixed with a Marvel superhero movie in here. You have an evil villain and a dastardly plot and people that are compromised, and the team has to work together, put their strengths together. But hey, those are formulas that have worked well for those franchises, and it's a formula that works well for this franchise as well.
Go see it. I highly recommend it. Absolutely go see it. You get some talkers in there, tell them to STFU. It worked for me. I was very lenient, and after I was like, could you stop talking, please? That'd be great. Thanks. Didn't hear a peep out of them. The rest of our crew, they even kind of said the same things as some other people. It's like, guys, come on, not your living room. We're here to watch a movie, cinematic adventure. I don't give a shit what you have for lunch or what you're doing on the city bus. Doesn't bother me one bit. Save that for outside.
I will get the one complaint I had out of the way early. It just has the worst hacking in a movie I have ever seen. I actually think the old Angelina Jolie Hackers movie was more accurate than this one is by a pretty big margin. They're hacking things that don't even have connections to them. It didn't even exist back then. Really stupid stuff. But in typical Fast and the Furious franchise fashion, who Who cares? The whole thing's supposed to not make any sense anyway. It's just a bunch of high action and thin storyline to just have fun with. And that's what this was. The storyline, well, still thin, a little thicker than the past movies, but you don't go for intelligent conversation and you don't go for thinking you're going to be thinking about the plot when you walk out. You go for high action, crazy stunts, cool characters, and one-liners. And this movie is full of it. Absolutely full of it.
There's a few moments of dialogue that honestly were missed opportunities. When you take out a major villain, a major bad guy, the henchman, the number 2 of the villain, I feel like you really need to have a sentence that you say that really packs a punch and impact for the audience to cheer. And there were a few moments where that happened and the audience really wasn't cheering, wasn't really super excited about it happening, didn't have that impact. So just overall, some dialogue missed opportunities because there's so many funny moments in this film, a lot of really good dialogue, that it was more glaring when it wasn't there.
Movie, 10 out of 10. I loved this movie. Oh my God, I'm gonna own it on Blu-ray.
4K.
Or DVD, just to piss off Mike and be like, come over and watch this on DVD. Outstanding movie. Movie was pure fun from start to finish. This is the franchise that knows what it's doing. Marvel, take a page from their book. They know how to play with their villains and bad guys. That's another thing I liked about it too.
This movie's a 10 out of 10. If you liked any of the previous movies, after you watch this video, go see this movie. It's that easy. You owe it to yourself to go see this movie if you're a fan of any of the franchise pieces, because this is this franchise perfected.
So overall, everyone in this movie, even though there are lives at stake, the stakes are huge, there's nuclear weapons involved, everybody in this film actually seems to be enjoying themselves and having a good time, and that rubbed off on me. I was enjoying myself, having a good time, getting caught up in it, and ultimately being very fulfilled with this movie. 9 out of 10.
Question for you this week, what is your favorite Fast movie? Throw it down there. Like I said, mine's number 5. I absolutely love that one. Fast 5 was just amazing. Shoot that down below. I'm curious, I want to know. Go on ahead and like this video and favorite it. Subscribe to that channel. By doing that, you get more reviews like this one, plus throwback reviews, unboxing videos, other shenanigans we do on the daily and weekly. And remember guys, you heard it here at The Source.